Good morning, everybody. This is definitely by far the earliest I have ever started a vlog. Sorry for the morning voice, I just got up. It is 6:15 in the morning and we are doing something really exciting today. We are doing a thrifting road trip to the coast of Florida. We're going to the West Coast, and this has seriously been one of our favorite things to do this year, is to get in the car, drive a few hours to a city that we've never been to before, and check out their thrift stores. So I'm really excited. We are gonna get on the road here in just a minute, and we are gonna take you guys along and see what we find. We have this beautiful morning light, which is literally me just standing in front of a filming light because it's still dark outside. It's really overcast today, so it's what we got. So we're rolling with it, but oh well. Voiceover Hope here. We are en route to the coastal thrifting adventure. I kind of wanted to preface this by saying you're going to see a few choppy clips of different parts of our day, so I'm going to kind of do a voiceover tour of what's going on so you guys can stay in the loop. So starting things off with Chick-fil-A, the only true right way to start the day, am I right? And then we hit up this first thrift store. I wanted to show you this dress because it is the cutest vintage dress ever, and this always happens to me. There's this massive sketchy looking stain on the back and my heart just breaks because I totally want to save this dress and find it a new home, but sadly I had to leave it behind. As we go through these stores, you're going to see I think 2 or 3 different stores. This is just footage of me flipping through the racks. I'm going to try to mix in some more of this type of footage on our channel. If you guys like seeing what I'm seeing, you can leave a comment down below and let us know. We can definitely try to do more of it. But this Christmas rack was cracking me up. There's a few shirts that I pull out here and there that I just had to show you guys because they're hysterical. This particular store was doing a 75% off clearance on long sleeve shirts and sweaters because it is about 100 degrees here in Florida right now, so they're trying to clear those out. However, this totally works in the reseller space because I'm trying to stock my store with sweaters and long sleeves going into fall. This one I just had to share with you guys. This gem sadly had to leave it behind, but it lives on in spirit and in this video. So this is a new store, and this is actually a different camera. I'm attempting to use a more stealthy kind of camera in this store, so if the quality changed, that's why. But it definitely makes it a little bit easier for me to shop because you'll notice I have both hands here. So we'll see how this works out. This is all definitely a trial and error for this video, but I was excited to get to show you guys. Oh, so sad about these overalls. I almost snagged these. These were vintage, definitely like 90s, and sadly right before I checked out I discovered a massive stain. That was super depressing, had to leave them behind, but they live on in my memory. This store was interesting because they actually laid things out by category and then size within the category, which sometimes whenever you go to mom and pop thrift stores, they are all laid out a little bit differently. And so sometimes I like that it's by size. I think if you're shopping for yourself, then it's great because you can go to your size section in the store. But for me, I feel like I like things to be mixed. I don't know. I'm definitely more of like a garage sale shopper on the everyday, every week basis. So I'm used to digging through a huge pile of just random sizes and categories, I guess. But anyway, I thought it was interesting. It definitely, you could tell the shoppers who come here every single week and look at the new racks. There were a few of those, and it was really fun to see what they were picking up. I also didn't find too much at this
particular thrift store. The day that we were here, I think, was one of the last days of their weekly cycle, so I think maybe they were about to restock the floor the next day. They only had one new rack coming out that I could see, so it seemed a little bit picked over, and the quality of item wasn't as high, but I still walked out with one or two things. You'll see in the haul in just a second what I actually picked up. I do have to shout out this particular thrift store for all of the natural light that was in this building. 2 of the exterior walls were completely glass windows, which was fantastic because it makes it really easy to see stains and actually look at the quality of the items, which sometimes when it's more of a warehouse type building and it's just fluorescent light, you do tend to miss, at least I tend to miss a lot of flaws. So I really like having easy to access natural light when I'm looking for quality. This piece was a really cool vintage piece. I liked the collar on that one, but sadly found a stain and had to pass. I also think this store color-coded their racks, so not only was it by category, but it was by size and then by color. So really, if you're looking for something specific to add to your wardrobe, this is the kind of store to hit because you can get exactly what you're looking for, or it makes the shopping experience faster. And then there's me, who goes through every single rack and every single hanger to make sure I don't miss any gems. I actually was impressed. I think we spent a little over an hour and a half in this store, which was not bad. I feel like my average in a thrift store tends to be more 2 to 3 hours, so we were moving swift this day. I think we hit up 5 or 6 different thrift stores, so definitely had to keep it moving. This was a really cool cargo skirt, very Y2K, had a lot of pockets in cool places. Sadly, I felt like the price was a little too high for me to be able to flip it, but you can see me looking up comps here, trying to find other Y2K cargo skirts. I think if they had been like baggy, more like jeans, I think I definitely would have picked those up. This was a specialty collab with J.Crew. Oftentimes I pass on J.Crew items, particularly the older tags, but this one was a collaboration with that second brand, and so any collaboration pieces I do check comps on because I think a lot of times they have a higher value than just the classic J.Crew pieces. But sadly that one was only going for about $25, so I passed. As you can tell, I'm starting to lose steam and looking at every third or fourth hanger instead of every hanger. You can definitely tell when I start to lose interest in a section. I was kind of disappointed by the shoe section in this particular thrift store. A lot of them were not in the best condition. There was a lot of like dry rot and stuff like that, so I decided to just pass on the entire section just to be safe rather than sorry. But this is the beautiful drive as we were heading back home, so you'll see the sun is setting here in a second. And now we will move on to the haul portion of this video. And we're back. I hope that you guys enjoyed coming along with us to the coast. It was a really great day of sourcing, and I thought at the end of this video, to kind of round things out, I would share with you a few of the items that we picked up on this day. And I'm obviously not going to share with you everything. It was a lot, and I definitely do not want to make you guys sit through like a 2-hour haul at the end of this video, but I thought I would kind of share the highlights or some of my favorite things that we found on the coast. For this particular day, we went to like Clearwater Beach and Largo, Florida area. It's one of our new favorite things to do is to pick a little town on one of the coasts, east or west of Florida, and drive to basically source for our business. And it definitely is a really fun. We kind of like to pick areas that we've never been to before, or definitely never thrifted in before, because you never know what you're gonna find. And I feel like that was totally the case today. So it is clearly a few days later when I am filming this clip, and I feel like the elephant in the room is it is Olympics time. Woohoo! It is the favorite. By the time this video goes up, the Olympics will be alive and happening, and it is seriously like our third favorite time of the whole year after Christmas and pumpkin spice season. Then the Olympics every 4 years, so good, every 2 years technically, but it is the Summer Olympics in Paris right now, so of course I am repping my Team USA Olympics shirt, and we had a nail change in the last few days, and that is because it is Olympics season. So I'm super excited. I never feel more patriotic than when the Olympics are going on. It's so great, so much fun. Our family's kind of obsessed with it. I feel like we've mentioned that in the past, but we truly are. So now to the items. So this was a really great day. I think we went to 5 or 6 different little thrift stores. And what I love about specifically Florida is that we have a little like mom and pop type thrift store on basically every corner. So there's always somewhere new to go, somewhere that we've never been before. And I do feel like it's really great for mapping purposes. Like when we're planning to drive somewhere, I usually try to like bullet point out a map of a few places we can go and shop.
But the beauty of having one on every corner is even if one of those doesn't pan out, if their hours change unexpectedly, if they've closed and Google doesn't know about it, then there's always one on the next street to find. And so that always works out really well. And it's always fun to kind of go to a new place and explore. So for all the places that we went to this particular day, it was all like charity thrift stores and church thrift stores. Those are definitely our favorite to go to. We honestly don't go thrift shopping all that often. Usually these little like mini road trips are when we do most of our thrifting in thrift stores. I definitely am more of a garage sale and like church rummage sale kind of gal when we're here at home. I do enjoy getting to support charities or churches whenever I can when we go to thrift stores. Not to mention when I'm going to pay up a little bit, pay a little bit more for each item, I definitely want that money to go to a good cause. So it definitely helps for sure. So the other beautiful thing about going to church and charity thrift stores is that oftentimes there is no sales tax because it is a nonprofit or a charity, which is awesome and definitely helps bring down the cost of the entire purchase. So without further ado, I will stop rambling and let me show you some of my favorite pieces from this trip. The first one here is kind of one of my staple brands. This is very bread and butter for me. I love selling Lilly Pulitzer, and especially when we go to the coast, I try to make it my goal to always find one of my coastal brands that I love, which is Lilly Pulitzer, Vineyard Vines, Jack Rogers, all of those very like beachy brands. I always hope to find those when we travel, and so this was no exception. This is the adorable little tank top. The cool thing with this one is it's actually reversible. So it's navy blue solid on one side, and then it is this adorable Lilly print on the other side, and it has a mirrored V neckline. So this is like really wearable and really fun. I've never seen a Lilly piece like this before, but on the rack I kind of was like, I think this is Lilly because the print is obviously very Lilly Pulitzer, but then this was the little giveaway down here, the little palm tree logo. That is Lilly Pulitzer's logo, or one of their logos I should say. And so I just did a quick little Google lens on this to check and see if it was Lilly, and sure enough it was, because this one actually doesn't have any tags, like the tags were removed because it's reversible. So super cute though, Lilly Pulitzer tank top. Again, going along the lines of things that I find all the time but that sell really well for me, this is a swimsuit. And this one is actually a Magic Suit, which is a really great swimwear brand. So here is the Miracle Suit tag. This is one of the older tags, but I don't find that it matters as much with Miracle Suit. They just sell really well for me. And this one is like the trifecta of everything I look for with swimwear, because it is Magic Suit, which is a great brand. It is a black one piece, which is classic, never goes out of style, everybody needs one. And this one is a size 18, which is a great size as well. So just a V neckline there with the ruching, which looks really flattering when it's on a person, and then just solid on the back. So this was definitely a win and a really great pickup. This one right here I was super excited to find because this is actually my first time ever finding Vince in person. Vince Camuto is like the diffusion line for this company. I find it all the time and it actually does sell really well for me, but Vince is actually the higher, more designer brand of the two, and I've never found it. So I was really excited to find it on the coast. This one is a size small, and it is just a 100% silk tank top, super beautiful, has like a square neckline with the ruching going down. It's like this beautiful satin finish, gorgeous. Again, just kind of more of like a staple piece, but really beautiful, and it feels amazing because it's 100% silk. Another 100% silk piece. This was actually found in the same thrift store as that other top I just showed, and my theory is that it was donated by the same person and that they wore these together, because I totally think these two make a great outfit. They are both 100% silk. This one, however, is vintage, and here is the label. It is Silk Assets by Diane von Furstenberg, and this is 100% silk. This piece actually I found out the week after I picked this up by watching the Diane von Furstenberg documentary that was on Hulu, that this line from Diane von Furstenberg was released in 1991 and was super, super successful. So that was really cool. I had never heard of Silk Assets by Diane before. Until I picked it up and then saw it in the documentary. I was like, small world. But this one is a really cool print. I think it's potential that this print actually sells for a lot. Like, people search it out and look for it. People have this print of silk pieces listed in like the hundreds, over $100 for like a tank top. I don't know that this will sell for that, but it is 100% silk and beautiful. It is like a faux wrap skirt. It's actually a true wrap skirt, but it has like a hook and eye right here, so it doesn't tie on the side. But it is super beautiful, and this one is a size 8. And of course, we know that I love everything vintage, and so vintage fashion is always really fun to find, and I love it. This one was another really fun vintage find for me, and this is a golf skort, and it has a really fun vintage tag. Here it is. I've never heard of this brand before, AW Golf. But this style, the golf skort, sells really well for me. Again, I live in Florida, it's abundant, and yeah, golf stuff does really well. And I thought this print was too adorable. It's like this Art Deco kind of like spring pastel colors, adorable. And of course it has the little pocket there on the back. And then the interesting thing about this skort is that it is a full skort with the shorts underneath, but these are actually like a sheer, almost like a slip type material, shorts underneath. So they're more like a lining to the inside of the skirt versus like full-on shorts underneath, which I find super interesting, but I bet it would be super breathable and lightweight while golfing. So thought this was cool, just couldn't pass it up. I feel like it's too cute. This is one of the softest things I have ever touched in my life. This is a LB Diffusion, which is a vintage tag sweater. And this one is Lambswool, Angora, and nylon blend, made in Hong Kong. Here's the tag. It is beautiful. So not only does it have this really cool like chevron pattern to the knit, it also has almost like a blazer style front with the sleeves, and it is a longer size sweater. Longer length sweater, I should say. It's like this beautiful cream color. It is amazing. So soft, so plushy. Here is the back of this one. I love it. And my personal favorite design feature, look at the pearl buttons at the bottom of this. Just 4 little pearls to hold the cardigan together. Amazing. I could not leave this. It would be physically impossible for me to leave this behind. And like I said, did I mention it feels amazing? It feels amazing. This one, again, was a bolo which means be on the lookout for. It's a brand that I have never found in person, and I found it for the first time on this trip. And this is gonna be really hard to show you because it is a full length gown, but I will do my best. So this is, can you see it, in Oleg Cassini? I know I butchered that, but it is this designer brand. These dresses sell for a ton on the secondary market, and they are gorgeous, so rightfully so. But this one is a size 8, which is also a great size. And look at the neckline of this dress. Like, how gorgeous. It has this beading and applique details on the neckline. It's like a plunging V. And then it has a sheer style sleeve with the elastic cuffs. And then it is just as beautiful all the way along the waistline. So it almost gives kind of like a belt look, but this is all beading and applique. And then of course it goes down to a super long, super gorgeous skirt. Oh, this dress is amazing. It has the hidden zipper down the back. Super beautiful. I think this one is definitely, can use the keywords like mother of the bride and wedding party, all of that, because I think this would be gorgeous for that. And it is in excellent condition as well. So super excited to find this one. for the first time. And the final piece I'm gonna share in this video is definitely my favorite of the entire trip, and it is just, okay, I can't even describe it. I'm just gonna tell you, okay? So, first thing I found is this piece right here, which immediately I was like in the cart, yes, love it. This is a vintage St. John piece. So St. John evening, size 16, which is fantastic. And it is the classic Santana knit from St. John, which is their thick stretch knit material. And you guys, this is a maxi skirt. It goes all the way down, so much knit. It is beautiful. It's this bright red, like ruby red color, and red is actually the color of 2024. So I feel like red is really gonna have a moment, especially in quarter 3 and 4 of this year, going into like the holidays. It has a slit here on the back for easy movement, easy mobility, and it's just gorgeous. Again, it's heavy and beautiful quality, and vintage St. John is always really, really good to find, and I've never found it in a size that is as large as a 16, which is great. Obviously, this is a vintage piece, so I don't think it's going to fit like modern 16. It's probably more like a 12 to 14, but still gorgeous. So found this in a thrift store, threw it in the cart, was like, yes, great day thrifting, right? It gets better. So as I'm going through this thrift store, like 3 or 4 racks further beyond, I discover the piece de resistance, the creme de la creme, and it is the matching blazer jacket to the maxi skirt. Oh my gosh. This just took like the value meter like up 10 notches. If you have a maxi skirt from St. John, great, that's awesome, it's totally gonna sell. But if you have a matching set, specifically a suit set from St. John, amazing. It's so great. So check this out. It is the same beautiful ruby red in Santana knit. Here is the tag. This tag does have a little bit of like discoloration and yellowing to it, but we just call that vintage patina because it does definitely give to the vintage vibes. This one again is a size 16, and it has all of these rhinestones were attached and like added to the neckline. It has a little bit of a higher neckline, and then you have the charm, let's see if you can see it. It has the charm zipper pull there, and then the rhinestones go all the way down to the bottom. Like, look at the shine and the shimmer of this piece. Oh my gosh. It also has the matching rhinestones on the cuffs of the jacket. It is so stunning. I lost my mind in the thrift store, but also tried to play it cool because I didn't want anybody else in the store to know like what I just found. But seriously, it is so gorgeous. Size 16, full Santana knit suit by St. John. Phenomenal. So that was definitely by far the highlight of the day, but it was a really, really great day of sourcing. I got lots of items to fill my store with some amazing vintage and modern pieces, and definitely like the coastal Florida aesthetic sells really well for me. I find it a lot here. Things like golf wear and tennis, beach attire, all of that. So I was super excited to find a lot of that this day. So that is it for this video. Let me know in a comment down below, did you enjoy this? Do you want me to take you along on more of my thrifting adventures? I definitely enjoyed getting to film it and like look back on the footage. I didn't take that much footage because it was kind of like an afterthought. We were like on the way. I was getting ready to leave the house and was like, you know what, I'm gonna vlog today. So I can definitely do more vlogging in the future, do more footage in the future if you liked it. So if you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help support our channel, and subscribe down below if you enjoyed hanging out with me and if you would like to see more thrifting content, and I'll see you guys next time.